Well, good evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host. And to my right and to your left, of course, is the lovely Amanda Lamoureux Smith.
Lamoureux.
Lamoureux
Can you get it
Smith.
right already?
Well, I'm sorry. And we're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B here at B&N TV. And you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. You can give us a call at 617-708-3290. Great staff of B&N are in the other room answering the phones. Why don't you give us a call, let us know what's going on artfully in your life, or maybe in your community and whatnot. So thank you very much. How are you?
Good.
Are you ready for the holiday?
My mom just bailed on Thanksgiving. She's been doing it for 35 years. She called me today at work to tell me that she was not doing Thanksgiving. And then tried to put it on my lap.
Well, I'll bet it's going to be there anyway. She's trying to find someone else to cook
She's trying to pass it off.
Yes, she is.
I need a few years. I need a buffer.
Well,
I'm just starting to adult. I need a few more years before I host a large family dinner.
Oh, well, I'm sure that everything will work out fine.
Oh, yeah.
Our house ends up being the landing zone.
Yeah?
You know, so we'll have all kinds of people stopping by and partaking in some, you know, usually people on their way someplace will stop.
Stop in, yeah.
Or stop in. This fabulous Rebecca will be there with Kwame and the kids and all that stuff. So it's going to be fun.
Nice.
We're looking forward to it. I want to let everybody know that this weekend, coming up on the 26th, this Saturday, is the tree lighting down in Rossi Square. So come on down. I'll be hosting the annual tree lighting, the very first one in the city of Boston. The great mayor of the city will be there. Yep. Of course, our great Senator Mike Rush and our city councilors Tim McCarthy and Michelle Wu and all those cats will be there. Plus the Sacred Heart Choir is going to perform. The Sacred Heart Band is going to perform. There's going to be a chamber orchestra for quartet playing brass music. The Urban Nutcracker is going to be there. It's a big event.
Yeah, sounds
so
like
come
it.
on down. It's at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. I'll be there. Make sure you come by and say hello. Mm-hmm. Do you guys have a tree lighting out in your community?
South Shore, I think that's more of a city thing.
Is it? You don't have cities in the South Shore?
Not really. I mean, technically,
I
Quincy
thought
is
every community had like that kind of a thing.
I mean, maybe.
You know what I wanted to ask you? Are you making any gifts this year?
Am I making any gifts?
Making gifts, making artful gifts for people without letting them know?
No, because I don't want to impose my art on someone. I think if someone wanted a piece of art, they would come and ask me.
How are you going to get it out there unless
Okay,
you
so
impose it on
it's
them?
like you make something and then they feel forced to put it on their wall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't want that.
Oh, I guess not.
Because then it's like, oh no, Amanda's coming over, we got to put it on the wall, you know?
Yeah. See, Janice makes tons and tons of stuff, and I like giving art because it's kind of like giving more of a piece of me, you know?
Right, but if they don't particularly like your taste of art, then you're kind of...
Well, I pick and choose. I mean, I kind of know who's
likes
an
yeah.
artful fan and not.
Right,
you know?
that's true.
So, but we're not going to have our CDs, we've decided.
What do you mean?
There's a thing about when you're releasing a CD from a label, that if I released it this weekend, it would be a 2016 CD.
So why don't you just wait till the first of the year?
That's what we're going to do.
Oh yeah, so you're not. It's not like you're not doing it.
So it'll be a two. No.
Yeah,
Well, we haven't finished it, but I had a great experience. Low Budget Records. Tim Casey said he needed some bass lines fixed and he needed some vocals, and I went over and I know it's our recording studio. I know all that, but it's sometimes when you're in there doing someone else's work, you're a client and you kind of sit there. We had a great time.
Yeah,
I did about six bass lines and sang on a couple of songs and stuff, so it was a lot of fun. So his is done. Just a little explanation. Low Budget Records is a label that Tim and I started back in 1980, and we've been celebrating, I guess it's a long time now.
Yeah, before I was born.
36 years of Low Budget Records, and we've never released anything together. I mean, we've been on each other's things, we've been in bands together and all that stuff.
So about time.
But it's about time. We're gonna have a combined his CD and my CD. We're gonna have a release sometime in January.
Are we gonna have a party here?
We're gonna have parties. There's gonna be a couple of them, you know, and we're gonna.
Can I interview you?
We're gonna play it. You know, that's an interesting question. I don't know if I've been interviewed, but not in this setting. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be fun.
Flip the scripts.
It'll be fun to have maybe play some of the pieces, and because there's some videos that are going to be associated with it as well. So We've got some new material coming out from Low Budget Records.
Exciting.
Yeah, and Tim's CD is just incredible. It's just the music. He's like an our generation and our community. Brian Eno. He does some incredible work, and it's an honor to be part of it. Billy Calmancini's playing guitar on it. On his Ruby Bird is doing some singing, and the great Larry Harvey's playing drums. So. His CD's good. Mine's a little more intimate, little acousticy, and a lot of singing and kind of thing. But Andy Hollinger is playing on mine. Billy Carl is singing on mine. So, and of course Tim. So
That sounds so.
Elliot Herrera is playing guitar. Who's this incredible Latin flamingo jazz guitarist. He's the cat you invite to the studio, and he sits there and listens to it, then goes all over it. See you, Glenn. Yep, take it easy. Thanks for coming by. And it kind of really, really works.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
How about you?
I've been dealing with the car situation.
Yeah, how's the car situation? Do you have to get a new car? Another car?
Yeah, it's totaled.
Totaled.
But I'm safe.
That's the important part, Volvo, right?
Volvo.
Get a Volvo. If you're going to crash into things,
Right.
get a Volvo.
Get a Volvo.
Well, that's good. Well, we're always obviously happy that you're okay.
Yeah,
all
me
of that.
too.
Next week, you're going to be at the helm here. I have my first meeting with WGBH. I've been appointed the co-chair of one of the boards over there.
Exciting.
So I'm going to be over there being boardish.
That sounds.
It's a great board that I'm on. It's the Community Advisory Board, and what it is they fill up the conference room with these. I don't know how I got in there. It's with all of these really influential people around the community who kind of represent different parts of New England, and we talk about programming. We talk about the things, the message GBH wants to get across, and everybody from the general manager to the people who are running the departments. The people that are on the air sit in these meetings with us, and they take literally what we suggest and put them into use. So it's kind of a really cool thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
So my cat is sick, and it's a kitten, and he can't breathe through his nose, and it's really sad. And we have to take him after the show. We have to take him to the 24-hour vet because Brian came home for lunch, and I guess he went from just cute little sneezes, cute little kitten sneezes, to now. Wheezing and
no.
So it went from oh look, he sneezed to oh no, something seriously wrong. So
well, I hope
prayers for MJ.
MJ.
Michael Jackson.
Does he dance?
Well, he has a little white tuxedo type thing.
Oh, okay.
And my dad made an excellent point. So I was like, yeah, and he has these cute little white paws. And my dad's like, yeah, but Michael Jackson had one white glove. I'm like, right, but he's already named, so he's Michael Jackson and he's MJ for short.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we hope MJ's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Maybe just blow his nose or something.
I know. I'm like, what do you do? He sounds like a human that's congested. I've never heard a cat sound like that.
Maybe he's allergic to cats.
That's what one of my friends said. Maybe he's allergic to his own fur.
So that was one of the things I do want to shout out to is the great staff of people who are running the farmers market down in Rosendale Square. I have this incredible honor to be the person that kind of plays all the music and gets all the bands to sound together. Set up the mics and plug everything into the right places and stuff. And they have done an incredible job. And last Saturday was the last one of the season. So I have to shout out congratulations to those guys. Emily and Steven do an incredible job running this thing. You got to understand, there's farmers, 6 or 7 farmers from all over the area, and some vendors and people that are doing artisans that are showing things and to put it together every Saturday successfully, 22 Saturdays during the season, is a lot of work. And Saturday we were sitting around going, but it's a great accomplishment. I want to say congratulations to them and how honored I am to be part of the team. They do a great job. So, and they are with that great organization that helps keep us on the air here. One of our great supporters here at Boston Neighborhood Network is Boston Main Streets. And Boston Main Streets is that nonprofit organization that helps revitalize business districts around the city, and they work with the people that live there, and they work with the businesses that are there and people that own the buildings, to make sure that the makeup is right, make sure that the matches, the right kind of businesses are there. There's not 10 barbershops and
Right.
and 5 nail places. Not that nail places aren't bad and that you don't need them, but maybe you don't need 5 or 6
Yeah,
of them.
maybe just 2 on opposite ends.
And it'd be nice to have something there that people are leaving the community to go and buy at these big malls and stuff.
Right.
And the other thing that's really, really cool that Main Streets does that I don't mention often enough is that they work really, really hard to make sure that the businesses are not chains. So they're not dropping Domino's Pizza in the middle of the community. They're not dropping McDonald's and stuff. They're in Boston. They're all over the place. They sometimes seem like they're on every street corner, but Main Street works very diligently to make sure that some of these storefronts have mom and pop stores or startups or people, that are doing some really cool things.
Very community driven.
They're very community driven, and we really appreciate everything that they do, so we want to make sure that we say, thanks for doing that.
Thanks,
thanks
Main
for
Street.
thanks for supporting this program and other programs here at Boston Neighborhood Network. I also want to remind you that if you're sitting in your car and you happen to hear Amanda and I talking to you, you're listening to WGB.
Try it again.
WBCA, which is 102.9 on your FM dial. LP, I'm supposed to say. LB, I'm supposed to say. Low band. So it's something that you can get right inside the city, and it's a cool opportunity for people to do programming that's targeted directly at the Boston community. And we're fortunate and proud to be part of the Simul kind of thing. It's not Simul Live, but what they do is they take the program and they do little things to it, and they take out me being silly, I guess, at times, and put it on the air. So if you're listening to us, thanks an awful lot. We appreciate everything that you do. And that's a new aspect. That's something new to Boston Neighborhood Network. BNN, it's always been BNN TV, community TV. In fact, let's talk a little bit about this incredible place that we're in. Boston Neighborhood Network is the city's community access. Many years ago, the legislature got together and decided that the people needed a voice. They needed some part of the television airwaves to be able to voice opinion, put programming up, do nonprofit missions and all of that stuff. And this is the station that does that. The side you're watching right now, which is Channel 9. Hello, out there, Channel 9. What you're watching is the nonprofit, the news and information side. And what they do is they talk about, people with nonprofits come and talk about their mission statement and have people call in because it's generally live programming. So people can call in and join in the conversation, and people can come and do that here. The other side of the station of the broadcast is Channel 23, and what they do is where people come in and take all of these amazing courses in Final Cut Pro, in lighting, and how to do the sound, and how to run the cameras, and how to interview. Well, you know what we might do? I'm going to reach down right here, and I'm going to just turn the channel over to Channel 23. Wait, turn it over.
Remember, that's Pulaski Preservation Shelters. Simply there when you actually need them. Exact change only. And now on to our show, The Adventures of Captain Cosmos, co-starring Jangles, the Moon Monkey.
So I'm going to turn it back. There we are. We're back now. You can see, you never know what you're going to see on that station because it's community driven and it's membership driven. So
like a box of chocolates.
It's like a box of chocolates. So if you're interested in doing your own programming and you're interested in learning how television works and all of these amazing state-of-the-art computers and state-of-the-art cameras and, of course, an incredible staff that's going to walk you through all of the things. If you're interested in becoming part of this family here, go to www.bnntv.org. Click on Jim Atwood's name. Tell him, hey, Glenn told me to give you a ring, and we're interested in doing some programming at BNN. This is the place to do it. It really is. It's kind of a cool thing.
Cool.
It is a very cool thing. Well, we've got a great show tonight. Super producer Janice Williams told me that I have 2 incredibly talented artists on tonight, and I'm very excited about it. And it's a great opportunity. We always have great artists on here. Don't get me wrong, but this is going to be a great show. You got a motivational deal coming up?
Of course.
Okay, great. Listen, gang, you're watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name's Glenn, and of course, this is Amanda. And you might be listening to us on WBCA 102.9 on your FM dial, LB. Listen, give us a call if you want to join in the conversation, 617-708-3290. But we're going to take a short break right now before we turn it over to Amanda. Listen, gang, don't go away. We're coming to you live from Studio B. Don't go away. Well, thanks for hanging in there, gang. Welcome back to BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams. We're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B here at BNN TV, and you're more than welcome to join us again. If you'd like, you can give us a call at 617-708-3290. There's a block on your phone. Press star 82. That'll get you right straight through here to the great staff of BNN answering the phones. I want to remind you that this show will be up very soon, we hope. We've run into I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but there's something going on. But we're getting them up there. Believe me, they're getting up there. At our Facebook page, if you go to It's All About Arts in our Facebook page, which is, oddly enough, It's All About Arts, you'll be able to see a lot of our past programs, and our YouTube station is It's All About Arts and the number 1. But right now, it's time for a little motivation. It's time for us to get our goodness on. So it's a motivational moment now with Amanda.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Weekly Motivation. I hope everybody is excited for the short week. I know we only have a few days, and then hopefully everybody has Thursday and Friday off. Hope you're all gathering with friends and family and have a great Thanksgiving. So this week the quote I think is very important. So the quote for today is, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle that you know nothing about." So everybody sees different types of people. Some look like they're struggling, some look like they have it together. Even the people who look like they have it together are fighting a battle you know nothing about. Also, it is easy to get frustrated with someone who hasn't learned the lessons that you have learned, but you also need to understand that they have learned lessons that you haven't learned. So try to be patient, try to be kind, and I know that when I'm having a bad day, just a kind smile or a warm gesture or even a look of concern really goes a mile. So I just want you to keep in your minds to be kind to people, and on that note, I'll send it back to Glenn.
You know, being kind to people is absolutely, you never know when somebody's going through this or that, you know, I mean, you know, that person's driving too fast, you don't know that they're racing to pick their kid up someplace or what possibly could be going on. But that's great advice. But right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to invite to the set here for a little bit Sidhartha Pani. Hello, Sidhartha. How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
Do you find us okay?
Yes, I do.
It's not too bad. Washington Street's Washington Street, right?
Yep.
Are you from the Boston area?
I live in Brookline.
You live, okay, so you know
Not too far.
you know where we are.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you for coming. Listen, if you're developing a website or something and you had to decide what kind of artist you were, if there was a style, or if you're an abstract or a landscape or a portrait or some kind, what would you give yourself that kind of category?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I started painting seriously about 6 years ago.
Oh, really? So you're new to it, kind of. That's great.
And since then, like most of the artists, I started off doing some landscapes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't have a formal art education.
Oh, okay.
I took some weekend courses at the MFA. And so I started off with that, and gradually, myself and me and my wife, we went over we love art.
Yep.
So we go over all kinds of galleries here in the Northeast and different parts of the world, and we have seen quite a bit of painting by now. And so each time I go, I tend to gain something from the different artists and the painters all over the world.
Do you find yourself being influenced by art that you've seen, or?
Well, I think one of the major things which is key to my art is the colors.
Okay.
Let it be a landscape like from that Van Gogh, or let it be, let's say, any kind of contemporary art from Kandinsky or Klee or
Sure,
anyone.
any of those cats.
Yeah. So basically, color and how you play them around to create a sense of depth and impression.
Right.
That immediately draws my attention when I walk into a gallery.
Great. What's your medium that you prefer to work in?
I work in oil.
Always oil.
Yeah, oil, always oil.
And I don't know if I have the patience to work with oil. There's always that setting set. There's something's good. It's something you got to do something. Do you work wet, or do you like letting layers dry first?
I try to finish as much as I can in one, during one day. So,
Really?
Because I have a busy work schedule.
Life goes on.
Like many ones.
Absolutely.
And I have limited time, so I just try to make as much as I can over the weekend. So,
Right. Do you have a dedicated space? Do you have a studio that you can go and work in and kind of leave everything the way you want it?
Well, we have a little, four-season.
Yep. Oh, that's nice.
Sunroom, and there's one little corner my wife has allowed me to mess around. So,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Well, natural light, first of all, is probably very important
That's
to you,
true.
especially if you're
That's
working
true.
in colors.
Absolutely.
And are you when you've one sitting to get a piece done over the weekend? Are you planning these pieces beforehand? Is it an adventure? I mean, do you sketch it out first? Is there how
Actually,
much prep
I don't.
work?
The way I have been working all along is I don't do plein air. So I just, we take pictures on the phone.
Yeah, as you travel, sure.
Right, and then I kind of modify it to my style. So I try to paint more with the knife rather than the brush.
Good.
Because I like texture.
I love palette knives.
Yeah,
Sure.
a lot of palette. And lately, I started with landscape, and you keep on experimenting, evolving, thinking that I'm bored with this one. Let's move on.
Yeah.
And finally, of late, I've been doing some figurative arts. And I'm not really a realistic art guy. I'm
Have you seen your work?
more of impressions and contemporary.
No, I understand. That's
Yeah.
true. That's very true. Can you work on more than one piece at a time?
I haven't. I mean, I'm sure I can try, but I haven't.
No. I know it's definitely a style. It's a way you prefer to work. I mean, because I know people that do something, walk away and do something, walk away and come back. But if you're dedicating yourself to this piece, that's a definite style and a definite way to do it.
I mean, if I come back, it'll be white all again.
Oh, really? Start over.
Yeah, right. that's what I've done.
Does that happen often to you?
Not often, but it has happened.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't like something, you know, you just,
Right.
I put it back in the basement saying
Right.
that I don't want to look at it, and you bring it back a few weeks later, paint white, and start all over again
Are you on canvas?
on canvas.
Okay,
Yes.
that's important. That's pretty cool. We've got some pieces to look at.
Sure.
Can you walk us through a few of these pieces so that we
course, of
can
course.
check them out? Let's see what we've got. Okay,
So,
beautiful.
yeah,
Love this.
so the one I'm seeing right now is one of, it's a picture of ballerina, which I kind of modify. But
Yeah.
this is not knife. This is more of one of my later works,
Yeah.
which I used, more of the home, the latex paints.
Yep. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
with
so it's
the-
not as oil? Okay, okay.
It's latex with the brush, the one you paint your walls with, kind of.
Yeah,
stuff,
well, yeah,
those
a
kind of
regular
stuff.
hairbrush.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
right.
How big is this piece? How big are you?
This is
Look
about
at this.
24,
This is
30.
beautiful.
This is a smaller one, more done in knife,
Yeah.
thick paint.
That's beautiful.
And this again is more knife. This is the piece I had drawn, for Father's Day. Kind of this kid is waiting with a dog,
Yeah, yeah.
waiting for the father who's
For
in
dad to get
military
home.
to come back home,
Oh,
kind
really?
of thing. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh,
So,
boy.
yeah. These are,
It's a little series here.
yeah, a little all with oil and knife, basically. This is small pieces, which have been sold now. Yeah. Again, oil and knife.
Yeah.
This is a picture which we took it down the Cape, and I just
That's amazing. You get that texture with the knife. That's great.
thank you.
Oh, my.
This is a little different, somewhere in between, where I use a lot of spray cans.
Oh,
Actually, yeah.
really?
Yeah, yeah. So brush and sprays. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Again, same.
Oh, I know my Janice likes this one.
So
She's a big birch treer.
that's right. That's right.
What influences you? I mean, is it as you say, you're walking through life with your camera, with your phone, and you see something and you snap it? Are you snapping it because you know you're going to want to paint it later?
Not really. I mean, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have like a collection of 10, and maybe you pick up one. As I said, like we started with landscapes, and I've been moving on. I mean, of late, it's all figurative art.
Yeah. Oh, I find it fascinating that you haven't been painting, but for 6 years you've done some before that.
High school, maybe
Yeah, maybe some-
doodling in the high school.
Yeah,
That's
but-
about it. So, just after my son left for college,
Yeah.
then my wife said, why
You need something to do, right?
instead of getting into trouble, so why don't you start?
You can have that corner of the
Right.
sunroom
Right,
where I
right,
know
right.
where you'll be.
So one Father's Day, she presented me with this gift for this piece. You go to the MFA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Learn
What a great
something.
gift.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
that an amazing place?
That's true. It's
I
great.
mean, they do so much great work, and the students are so enthusiastic, and the instructors, the teachers, they just really, they know their stuff there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a great experience.
That's right.
Where do people, are you showing anywhere?
Well, yeah, I've shown many places in the past, but I think there's one. I had a selection at the juried show, which is coming up in Gallery 7 at Maynard.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I have a show. It's like a holiday show with Suzanne Schultz.
Oh, you're part
her-
of the Canvas Fine Arts.
That's correct.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, right.
That's pretty good.
That's at her office at South End.
Yeah, that's a nice gallery she's got there. She'll fill that up with a lot of people.
Correct. And
That's exciting.
then I have a show coming up in March at the Mass Medical Society.
You're doing
It's,
okay, I
part
guess.
of my profession. So
Yeah, yeah. You're a doctor?
I am a doctor. Yes.
Oh, what kind of doctor? I got this thing right here.
Okay, I can fix that.
No, get your hands off me. The jury process. What was that like for you?
This is, I have had a few jury
Yeah, yeah,
processes.
yeah.
I mean, this is probably my third or the fourth which has
Okay.
been selected. So
Good.
there has been few rejections too, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, there's going to be because of the type of show or because of what's going on. But
Right.
I always find that jury. I've had to sit on juries, and I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like trying to decide whether or not someone's work is
Yeah,
worthy of the wall.
I mean, it's very difficult,
Yeah.
just to see a few paces and say, hey,
Mm-hmm.
this, this is great or not.
When you're working and when you get to a point in the painting when you know that it's done, how do you know that?
Actually, I don't know whether it's done or not. Usually, I think, after I've done this, my wife walks home after work.
You're relying a lot on your wife.
And she will say, oh, okay, we need to change that a little bit.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's when it ends.
Okay, I'm done now.
So, yeah.
Do you have a website people can go to?
It's with my full name,
Okay.
Sidharthapani.com.
Yep. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to link it up to the It's All About Arts.
That's correct. And I have a Facebook page, so people
Yeah.
can go in there too.
Sidhartha, thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much for being here with us.
Thank
no,
you.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no, no,
All right.
Wait.
It's a pleasure.
I appreciate you being here. Congratulations on your work.
Thank you.
It looks very seasoned, and you're getting it done. And thank you for showing it and spending some time with us.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Listen, gang, we're going to be back in just a couple of minutes. It's only half over. We've got lots more to go. So don't go away. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go away. Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there with us. You're watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. I do want to remind everybody that this Saturday down in Rosendale Square at Adams Park is going to be the tree lighting. Now, the reason why it's kind of a cool tree lighting is because it's the very first one in the city of Boston. So come on down and join us. We'll be there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Rumor has it there'll be a visitor from the north. I don't know, he's a busy dude, but we'll see if he's going to make it or not. We'll find out. But right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce you to our second guest, Anna Starkova. Hello, Anna. How are you?
Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. Did you find us okay?
Yes.
Yes, it's very simple to find. We're kind of right in the middle of things, and it's not hard to catch us. Thank you, Amanda, for coming back and joining us. Anna, you what do you do for art? What is it? You are a painter.
Yes.
Yes.
I paint mostly landscapes in acrylic.
I love acrylic paint.
Yes.
It dries quicker. I find that it's easier to mix the colors. I get some instant satisfaction from it, and it doesn't smell so much.
Yes, and that's why I used to work in oil, but when I had a baby, I kind of switched to acrylic so that it.
A little safer.
Yes, it was a little bit irritating to me.
Yeah, that's good. Do you have a dedicated space where you work? I mean, do you have a studio that's kind of yours and no one else can go in there?
No, not really. Not right now. I have also part of a sunroom.
This is a trend, folks. It's a trend.
Yes.
Well, natural light, I suppose, is the coolest thing.
Natural light, yes. Lots of light and heater right next
Well,
to
it's
me.
cold out there, yeah, okay. Are you in the Boston area, New England?
In Needham.
In Needham, okay. Well, I like Needham. Needham's all right, I guess, I suppose, sure. I used to play at a coffee house out there all the time on Washington Street. A place called Perks. It was nice, a nice place to play. You play in the window and stuff. If you had to categorize this, now you've already said landscape artist, and you're working with acrylics. Are you a little on the realist side?
Yes, more realistic. Though I try to paint a little bit more impressionist style. Try to, but it doesn't work out anyway.
Well, it doesn't work out for everybody,
Still
you know.
Working a lot on details, and so it's more realistic.
Have you always worked with acrylics?
No, I started.
Oh, you did oils, right? And you had then the baby.
oils.
You know, I'm listening. All right.
But I started with watercolor when I was a child, and it was my medium, and I really liked it. When I moved to Boston, I tried oils and acrylics, and I also started drawing with graphite.
Well, you're not originally from this area, are you?
No, I'm not.
Where are you from?
I'm from Moscow, Russia.
Okay. Russia?
Yeah.
How long have you been here in the United States?
7 years.
Do you like it?
I do.
It's a beautiful place, isn't it?
It
I
is.
love this part of the world. It's New England with the weather and the seasons and all of that kind of jazz. When did you start working on landscapes? Has it always been realistic painting for you? I mean, have you dabbled in abstracts and all that? Have you always tried to be?
Yeah. I tried abstracts also, and it's much harder than people say.
Oh, there's no question.
They say it's easy to do. It's not. I tried it. It's
See,
very
I'm
hard.
the opposite. I can't do literal drawings. I think because I just outlet my emotions, so I don't ever try to do painting. I just. Ugh.
I like making a mess too. You know, isn't that kind of what it is?
Yeah.
I think I'm just very too precise.
Yeah.
And try
How long does a
details
piece
and-
take for you to do?
It depends. Some small pieces can take like a couple of hours,
Okay.
and then some pieces like large, it takes a month or two. But I have a child, so that's why I work. I have
Life
very
isn't,
little
life does it. Sure,
time
I
to
can
paint.
understand that. Do you sketch out first?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Now, are you working from photographs or is everything coming from here?
No, it's a combination. I try to imagine something, and I have thousands of photographs, so I combine sometimes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll combine like maybe the picture photograph from over there and put parts together and to make your own kind
Sometimes
of
I go
interpretation?
like painting plein air, and then I finish at home.
Oh, you'll paint outside?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah. I've always had a problem with that with light. You know, the light just seems to change so rapidly that you got to kind of really be on top of it.
You have to paint very quickly.
Yeah. And you're able to do that?
No.
That's why some of it's plein air, the rest of it's inside.
But, yes.
Yeah. When you're painting and you've got your corner of the room and you're ready to start to work on a piece, do you set the atmosphere for yourself? I mean, is there some classical music playing? Is it Talking Heads, Nine Inch Nails? I mean, do you have some kind of atmosphere for yourself?
Yes, I do. Usually I turn on music.
Yeah.
And
Do you find that the music influences what you're doing?
no.
Because you have a set, here's what it's going to be.
I have, I know what I'm painting.
Yeah.
And my mood is, it's more like, it's not classical, but it's more instrumental music.
Okay,
like
yeah.
New Age.
Techno?
No, not techno.
Sorry.
More New Age. I'm like closer to classical.
Okay.
But if I'm like in a rock and roll mood, I can also listen to that and
Okay.
do the same painting. Anyway,
Do you ever get blocked?
yeah, of course.
I know we all do, but I like to ask some artists who, especially realists, who are working from, I'm painting this, that sometimes it just isn't coming out correctly because you're not geared to that. Junior's crying, I got this report to do, something's happened. Are you able to find a dedicated time, or do you have to kind of grab when you can?
I have dedicated time.
You do. So this time is for Anna. This is Anna's time for painting.
Yes.
Okay. And that seems to work for you, okay?
Yes, with a kid, yes, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to
Schedule
paint
days,
when,
yeah.
yes, when he naps. So that's the time.
See, I couldn't do that. I have to be struck by lightning.
When I have a strike, I kind of like make a note
Jot
or
it down, yeah.
yeah, do a quick sketch or something, and so that I don't forget.
And you can go back to it later when you have the
Yes,
time. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you always have your sketchbook with you?
Well, it's somewhere closer, yeah.
Yeah.
And I also have phone with me.
Yeah. Oh, that's for snaps. Boy, that's so much easier, isn't it, than years ago that we didn't have that luxury to
Yeah.
be able to see that. I like to use the example of ice melting off of the fire escape where I could take a picture of that because I can't come back tomorrow because it's
Right.
going to be gone, you know, and all of that. Are you very prolific? I mean, do you create a lot of pieces?
If it's small, in small size, then yes. Like in September, I created 17 paintings,
My goodness.
but those were 12 by 12 inch,
Okay.
kind of smaller size.
Now you're the guest artist, resident. Is it guest artist?
Guest artist.
at Gorse Mill.
Yes, at Gorse Mill Studios.
How's that working out for you? Aren't they great
It's-
people?
Yes, absolutely. There are like about 50 artists, photographers, and
Everything.
yes, there's so many great people there, and they're going to have a holiday sale on December 3rd and 4th, Saturday and Sunday, and there will be actually a free raffle for the first time. Well, any visitor can participate in and
To win what?
To
5
win
of your paintings?
No, but $100 of gift
Oh,
certificate.
to go towards.
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting.
That can be applied to purchase of any piece
They've
of art.
been there. They've been there such a long time, and they've got some great artists that have come out there. You must be pretty honored to be part
Yes,
of this
I-
whole thing over there because they've been on the show many times with us here, and I've gotten to recognize that they have a very high standard for the work that they do, and it must be pretty cool. Is that the only show you've got going on right now?
No, at the moment I have. Actually, in December, on December 9th, there will be a reception for Bonner show, which will be at the New Art Center in Newton.
Oh, that's a great place.
Yes.
Great walls, and another great group of people, the New Art Center. So will there be a reception? Will people get a chance to meet you there?
Yes, it's December 9th on Friday, I think starting 6 p.m.
That's great.
6 to
That's
8
excellent. I'm gonna. When do you turn your back on a piece? Because I know that there are. I'm not saying that you do turn your back. I'm going to ask. You must turn your back on a piece every now and then. What is it that stops you during your creativity? I mean, there's a lot of artists and a lot of kids that watch, that are younger students that are watching the program, and sometimes they battle and fight their way through a piece. You know, you're so talented and you've got so much success. What is it that makes you say to yourself, "Boy, I got to go in a different direction here"?
I think that.
Is it your
It's-
taste? Is it
it's-
your likes? Is it
No,
just
no,
you
no.
know?
It's just I have so many ideas in so many spheres. I want to try this style. I want to try this subject to paint, or I want to just play around with
So you-
paint and do an abstract. So I don't actually have a moment when I kind of I don't know what to do.
You mean Olga doesn't come in and say, "Yeah, you got to stop that now"? Nothing like that happens.
Well, yes, my sister, yes, she said I should explore more of abstract art. But
Well, I think you're doing pretty good. I think it's time to take a look at some of your work. Can we? And will you
Yes,
walk us through what we're
absolutely.
looking
Sure,
at? Okay,
sure.
that'll be great. Thanks. Oh my.
This is European village in Austria.
It looks like a photograph.
Yeah,
That's
no, doesn't it?
amazing.
Yes.
That's
It's a
beautiful. How big is
sunrise.
this piece?
This one was 12 by 16.
And that the light inside
I-
inside the buildings. I always love that kind of thing. You know, where you just know that I feel occupied and it's warm in there.
Right.
This is sunrise in the mountains, early morning in the mountains. And so that's when I actually had to take a picture because it was just 5 minutes. I wasn't
Yeah, it'd have
able
been
to-
gone if you'd been, you know, and it
Right,
looks a
right,
little
right,
cold
right,
to be
right.
out there. I don't know how cold
Yes,
paints would
no.
work in that kind of an atmosphere.
This one is at the World's End Park, just right, not far from Boston, like 1 hour
I
drive
know, yeah,
from
World's
Boston,
End, yep.
It's sunset at the lake. This is a graphite drawing. This one I actually did last year.
This is in pencil?
In pencil, yes.
Crazy.
I have 2 more of those. That was a set. This is silver, my parents' silver set of
Yeah.
cups.
So there's like a sense of nostalgia.
Yes. And it took me like 4 hours to complete that. This is winter scene at New Hampshire. That when I was skiing down the slope and I saw all these icy trees.
Right.
Like,
In the shadows.
See, another one of those instances where I'm
Yes.
glad I have a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
this one is the old one, and I did it in oil painting. There is a room in Rhode Island Art Institute, like museum, with a wooden statue of Buddha, and it's so peaceful in that room.
Yeah.
So I just and I just loved that. I just felt so inspired in that room.
Did you paint it there, or did you take a picture?
No, I had to take a picture
had to take a
there because
picture?
it was kind of cold there inside. This is a public garden in Boston.
This is in Boston, right?
Yeah. Public garden. It's spring awakening. Also did it in acrylic last year. It's summertime, very lushful moment, like bright.
Yeah, everything's bloomed and green and
And so very peaceful. Well, in
Oh, this is
graphite.
the other part of the set, right?
Yeah. Also, again, it took me like 4 hours to complete that.
You say that like it's a long time.
No, it's not a long time.
No. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful work. When I'm going to ask, did I ask you if you work on several pieces at a time?
Yes, I do.
You do, and do they have to stay in kind of a series? Are you always working in the same kind of thing, or is it this is going to be the sun, this is going to be the skiing one, and this is I'm going to also dabble in?
No.
Because where you have such limited time.
Yes, I do, but I sometimes have commission work to do, and I also have to complete like a painting for a show.
Yeah.
So I do have sometimes like 2 different parts of work, like a portrait that I'm painting and a landscape.
So you do
Yeah,
commission work. What's your website so people can get in touch with you?
It's starkovagallery.com.
Okay, that's great. I'm very impressed.
I am
Olga,
too.
she's really good,
Thank
isn't
you.
she? She definitely is. What are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on a landscape with birch trees, like an autumn
Janice
scene.
loves the birch. She's got a couple of paintings herself that she's done with birch trees. They're just really, really beautiful. I got to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
For coming in. Don't be a stranger. You live right up the street. I mean, if you got another show coming up, if you got something
Absolutely.
you want to show off or anything. How long again are you going to be at Gorse Mill?
It's just 2 days.
What days are they?
December
The
3rd and 4th.
3rd and 4th. I'll be out of town, I'm sorry. But I might be able to make it to the 9th.
Okay, great.
I mean, I'd like to try and make it out to see you. You know, as beautiful as the work is here, I can only imagine it in real life, you know, in a nicely hung gallery. It'd be beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you study anywhere?
No.
No?
I
Good.
took a couple
No.
of classes at MFA and
You know,
also
there are artists out there, and they know who they are, who tell me, oh, don't tell anyone if because they feel like that because they haven't graduated from wherever, that they're not a qualified artist. You are so much in the contrast of that. What got you started?
when
What got you?
Watercolors as a kid, is that what you said?
Just as a kid, you just found
I
it?
started, yes, with playing with watercolors. I really like to paint horses.
Okay.
Horses and
I know we're up against the clock right here, but I do want to ask just really, really quickly, when you were at home in Russia, was art part of the curriculum in elementary and high school?
No.
You'd have
It was a part of her curriculum in elementary school, but not in middle.
It wasn't part of the educational fabric.
No, just elementary school.
Just elementary. So if
Yes.
you wanted to take it after that, you'd have to take it outside by somebody
Outside,
private.
yes.
That's sad,
Yes, I agree.
you know, because I think that art has so much to offer young kids: critical thinking, you know, how to
Creativity,
figure
yes.
creativity, how to be proud of yourself, you know,
Right.
all of that kind of thing. Sure, 2 + 2 is 4,
Express
but look at the
yourself.
rose I
Absolutely.
just
Yeah,
painted,
right.
you know? That's a whole bunch of it. Anna, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
here. It was a
you.
pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Great work. I can't wait to see it live. It's going to be fun. Will you say goodbye with us? Because it's time for us to say goodnight. You know, you don't
He
mind?
just means looking and saying.
I know. It just means sitting here and waiting.
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
care of the rest of it. Don't worry. But listen, gang. Thanks an awful lot for being here with us. This was a fabulous show. I mean, 2 fantastic artists. It's great when we can bring this kind of stuff to you, and that's what BNN is all about, and that's our mission. Now you've learned a little bit more about a couple of great artists who are right here in the Boston area, showing their work. Please go to it'sallaboutarts.com, because there you're going to find out where you can go and see a lot of this stuff live, right?
Sure.
Listen, gang, get out and do something artful for yourself. Happy holidays out there, everybody. Hope everybody eats too much. I hope everybody remembers people that may not be, celebrating as much as we all are, and keep them in your thoughts and prayers. But like I like to say every week, please keep in the forefront of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews on foreign soil. Please do something artful. Do it for them. We'll do you next time, right? Amanda's
Yeah.
got the ball next week, so
Yeah.
listen, guys, be careful. And there's all kinds of great things coming at you. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye now.
Bye.